How's it going, guys? Cracked Rack here, and today I have a special little rant for you all that's been a very long time coming. I've wanted to get this off my chest for probably 5 years now, maybe longer. I did make another video about this a while ago, but I don't feel like it really explained fully why I really despise this website. And I'm gonna get a lot more angry and explicit as the video goes on. However, to keep things chill for monetization purposes, I'm gonna be calm for the first few minutes. Also, this video is not a hateful rant towards marginalized groups like some people are definitely going to try to claim because they're bad faith. Rather, this is a rant on how these groups act on social media, which is absolutely abhorrently. Also, before we get started on today's video, let's just do a little cheers. Why don't you take a drink at home? I love Budweiser. It's shitty beer, but I can drink it all day. It's like water. Love this stuff if you're curious about it. Anyway, today's video is about a website I've hated for probably about a decade now, at least since about 2012, 2013. I've absolutely despised this website. That website is Reddit. I hate Reddit with the power of 1,000 suns. Let's just say that the day Reddit closes down will be one of the greatest days of my entire life. Better than the time I lost my virginity. Better than the time I adopted my cat. Better than the time I obtained 4 million total channel views on this channel, which, by the way, we've obtained 4 million total channel views on this channel. That's awesome. Reddit is an absolute stain on the internet. And the way it internally functions encourages some of the most toxic, bullshit behavior on all of the internet. Let's just say I've been in car accidents. I was taken away from my parents by CPS when I was a teenager. I've had some scary and sad moments in my life, but nothing compares to the absolute misery and pain that Reddit has actually personally brought me over the last 5 or 6 years. There is nothing that is as much cancer to the soul as Reddit, and I'm not being that dramatic about it because even when you don't want to associate with Reddit, Reddit associates with you, and they'll say some absolutely abysmal shit about you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that's why, even when I don't want anything to do with Reddit, I still have to be involved with it. Reddit is a website literally built on the foundation of other people's misery. That is how it thrives. Its entire reward system is literally based on who can have the most socially appropriate popular opinion of all the opinions. And anyone who is an outcast or is different from the main status quo is cast away to the bottom of the page and flooded with disgusting insults and wishes for your death. As well as people just verbally spitting on you and bullying you and just treating you like shit just for having a different opinion than them. Not for being an actual dick, just for having an opinion that differs from other people's opinions, the popular opinion. It's such a shitty reward system, and I don't understand how literally anybody thought it would be a good idea. This system literally just pushes every regurgitated point of the echo chamber up to the very top of the comment section, while keeping any dissent or differing opinions down at the very bottom, full of negative downvotes, as some sort of way to shame them for wrongthink because, oh my god, how dare someone have a different political opinion than what's popular, oh my god. Oh, and don't even get me started on the political views of Reddit. The political views of Reddit are fucking absurd and should not be respected at all by anyone. On Reddit, being pro-LGBT and transgender and pro-equal rights for minorities is not enough. You have to literally bow down to them on the site and treat them as if they are demigods, and even respect absurd delusions fully, or else you will be outcast from the website and treated like utter shit in ways that no human should treat another human. I literally ran into someone a few days ago who doesn't go by she or he or they, but Z. Fucking Z. And even worse is they identified as a furry socialist. A fucking furry socialist. Whatever the fuck that means. Now, the worst part of Reddit, the absolute butthole of the website, would be its quote-unquote safe spaces. Now, if you don't know what a safe space is, it's essentially a subforum on places like Reddit where people of a marginalized group or community get together and can freely express themselves and how they truly feel without any judgment from outside sources. In concept, it sounds like it could be a good idea, and I do agree with the concept because there's a lot of toxicity on the internet. However, in execution, these safe spaces are some of the most toxic and horrible places on all of the internet. Literal breeding grounds of just hate and death. I'd really like to just see these safe spaces go, because they are not good for society at all. What actually ends up happening with these quote-unquote safe spaces is that hateful, angry people who are completely biased in favor of the safe space will use the safe space to shit on everybody outside of the safe space without being able to receive any criticism for it and receive nothing but essentially hard praise. For example, on the subreddit r/asktransgender, they pretty much just use the website to shit on cis people. That is literally all they do. And if you have any dissent towards that or disagree with what's being said in general, you will either be completely downvoted or completely banned from the subreddit while being booed by thousands of literal transgender children. I have seen some truly vile behavior on that subreddit that is completely normalized and actually praised by a lot of people there. For example, a woman a while ago made a response video, a public fair use response video to a woman who was transgender. This video was completely fair. It was kind of insulting to the person in question. However, the video was fair. However, every single comment on the Ask Transgender sub was literally calling for her death, telling her that she deserves to die and rot in hell and burn, calling her all sorts of awful names, and worst of all, mass reporting her videos and trying to get them taken down, even though they broke literally no rules whatsoever. It's shit like that that makes me really want to disrespect these quote-unquote safe spaces. Don't be confused. These are not safe places in general. These are safe places for people of these marginalized groups to talk about stuff. Even if they want to shit on you, bully you, treat you like garbage, it's okay because they're in their safe space. They can do that. These safe spaces are pretty much just bullying hotspots where these people have full impunity to do literally whatever they want without any consequences for it whatsoever. And if you do give them criticism and they don't ban you for it, at least don't ban you for it immediately. Prepare for dozens of hate messages, people following you around everywhere and trying to deep dive into who you are, tons of bullying antics that are just super childish. There's even a super passive aggressive feature on Reddit that's been used against me quite a lot by people who lost arguments with me. It's only used by butthurt people, and it's never had any genuine purpose in my opinion. Essentially, if you contact Reddit and you say that a Redditor is being aggressive or mentally ill or just acting weird, there doesn't have to be any basis to the claim. If you just say that to Reddit, they will send you a personalized SOS message asking if you need help. Let's just say because I've been arguing with the dumbasses in these safe spaces, I've received literally tons of SOS messages that are just super passive aggressive and just trying to fuck with me. Which is just so shitty because I actually do suffer from mental illness every single day. And to just see it made fun of like that by stupid idiots who really don't have any clue what they're talking about is just absolutely infuriating. It's insulting to actual people who really suffer from things, and it's all thanks to Reddit. It's shit like that that just genuinely makes me think Reddit is the most aggressive website of all time. The people on there are just so angry and hateful. The people who go there don't go there to have intelligent opinions discussed or to just discuss things intelligently in general. They go there to brag about how great they are compared to the wasteland that we live in, the United States, and to socialize with other over-socialized nerds who have absolutely no self-awareness at all. I heard a quote from somebody smart whose name I don't remember, but they essentially said that Reddit is a place where dumb people go to pretend to be smart, and 4chan is a place where smart people go to pretend to be dumb. And I would agree with that, even though 4chan is a toxic hellhole full of actual racism, sexism towards women, and child porn. But at least the people there are intelligent enough to have an actual conversation with you. That's how bad Reddit is. The actual psychopaths on 4chan are more intelligent and easy to talk to than the people on Reddit. I brought up the transgender thing, by the way, mainly because on Reddit, social issues like that are the website's downfall. It's the reason the website is so shitty. It's full of virtue-signaling idiots who have absolutely no opinions of their own, who just want to regurgitate political agendas and be praised for it. The safe spaces of Reddit are abysmal. The people on Reddit are very aggressive and want people to die just for disagreeing with them. And the site's internal functions literally encourage some of the most toxic behavior on all of the internet. But all of this isn't even a big deal compared to one major fucking issue with Reddit that just makes me want to peel my hair out of my skull. They have no sense of humor at fucking all. Like, literally, Reddit is completely devoid of the concept of humor. Completely. I've tried to make the argument on numerous threads many times in my life on Reddit that dark humor is a necessity that is quite humorous to many, many people. That's why we have popular shows like South Park that are the most popular shows of all time. However, the response to this on Reddit is always that I'm a bad person because I like making edgy jokes. Because, quote unquote, if you have to make a joke that makes fun of somebody else, you're not funny. Which is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life. That is the general consensus on Reddit, though. You make jokes that are slightly offensive or have a slightly offensive tinge to them or make somebody the butt of the joke, you're a horrible person who deserves to die and you're making the world a worse place. I've even had some people say they're gonna work hard to make the world a better place by being slightly nicer than me, which is the most fucking narcissistic thing I've ever heard in my life. But that is what Reddit is. It's literally a left-wing circle jerk used almost only by narcissistic college students who want to appear very intelligent. If you're like me and you're just stressing out all the time about how absolutely awful this website is, though, don't worry too much, though, because the reality is these people are an extreme minority to the point where you shouldn't even worry about them. Only 26 million people in America use Reddit every single month, meaning that only 8% of America actually uses this website, and if you divide that amount of people by 2, you'll get the real number of people who are super left-wing and toxic on the website, which is only about 3 or 4% of America. Now, if you want to feel even better about this fact, realize that the majority of users on Reddit are literal children who have no power whatsoever. Like, the literal majority of Reddit users are way under 18 years old and are between 10 years old and 16 years old. Meaning only like 1% of America is filled with adults who like to bitch about their left-wing agendas on Reddit. So that does make me feel a lot better. Sometimes I feel like an actual crazy person when using Reddit because I'm like, these people are so fucking stupid. Am I just like an alien or something? But no, I'm not. These people are genuinely just fucking stupid, young, liberal idiots. This website is just filled with 14-year-old social outcasts who have crazy political agendas, so that's really nothing to sweat. These people may seem strong behind their screens when they say this stuff, but that's all they are. They're just stupid losers behind their screen. Make fun of them. Reddit is essentially the new Tumblr, and I'd actually say it's far worse because at least Tumblr doesn't allow creepy, weird Rule 34 porn anymore. But Reddit, unfortunately, does. Reddit just attracts all the perverts, political extremists, and general stupid, brainless idiots. And it's truly just a cancer to human progress. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say about Reddit. Its internal systems absolutely suck. Its community is the worst, most toxic community on the internet. It's the largest echo chamber of all time for left-wing propaganda. And it's just a worthless sack of shit website that should go. I'd also make the argument that it's so left-wing that it's actually racist and discriminatory towards cis white people. Just like how right-wing echo chambers can be extremely racist and say horrible things about minorities, so can the left. The left is not immune from that. They just do it differently, and then they claim that they're morally righteous. I've actually seen people say on this website that when the riots of last year were happening, that if you didn't let people riot in your house and destroy your things, you were racist. Overall, just a garbage cesspit that I hope dies, and yeah, that's all I wanted to say about Reddit. Reddit can suck my balls, and if any of these subs I talked about are watching, fuck you. Peace the fuck out.